Picture this. You're out in a public place, let's say the mall. You see two men walk past you holding hands. You look around, and you see people scowling at these men, pointing and whispering harshly. So you ask someone next to you why they're scowling, and they reply, "Those two guys are gay. Ew." Situations like this happen way too often. Homosexual marriage was recently made legal in every state of America, but is it fully accepted by society? No, it isn't. The fact is, it needs to be. Since I was 5 years old, I've had two moms. That's right, my parents are lesbians. 5 years of being happily married, 8 years of being happily together. To some, this fact may seem cute, but to others, it's disgusting. My own mother said she can't even go out in public and hold hands with her wife without getting dirty looks from strangers. Sad, isn't it? In an article titled "Most Say Homosexuality Should Be Accepted by Society" by pewresearch.org, it says that as of 2011, 58% of Americans supported homosexuality, 45% supported same-sex marriage, but only 14% said that children being raised by same-sex parents is okay. Seriously? 14% is not a lot. I'm even going to bring our Declaration of Independence into this. One famous line from the document is, "All men are created equal." And even today, in our modern society, why does this not apply to gays? And I'm not just speaking for gays and lesbians. I'm speaking for everyone who isn't hetero. Bisexuals, pansexuals, asexuals, and transgenders all have a hard time fitting into our society. And in my opinion, it just isn't right. No one should have to feel so out of place and so hated just because of someone they love. Love is love. It shouldn't have to matter who it's with. And don't get me wrong, making same-sex marriage legal is really awesome, but honestly, what's the point? What is the point if gays and lesbians are still afraid to get married because they're terrified of their families disowning them, their churches shunning them, and being shut out by society entirely? And come on, what about the bullying? People use the word gay as an insult, like, "Oh man, that's so gay," like it's the worst possible thing to be. So then that makes people who are actually gay feel like who they are is wrong. Think about that. Seriously. Made fun of, laughed at, beat up. People even commit suicide over this for what? Just because of someone they love? Sounds pretty dumb, doesn't it? People opposed to homosexuality often say, "Oh, God hates the gays because they're all sinners and going to hell." I'm sorry, but first of all, saying this is hypocritical, because people who say this are also sinning by hating on the gays. And second of all, please point out to me where in the Bible it says this, because it doesn't. God doesn't hate anyone. Okay, now I need you to picture something else. Imagine if the situation was reversed. Imagine if we lived in a society where being homo was the norm and being hetero is considered weird. And let's say you're hetero. You have to sneak around with your boyfriend or girlfriend because you're terrified of what others would think. Just because you're a boy in love with a girl or a girl in love with a boy, you're afraid that the homosexual society isn't going to accept you. Now, how do you feel? Rejected? Unloved? Unimportant? Utterly useless? Well, guess what? This is how many homosexuals, bisexuals, pans, and transgenders feel every single day. But you know what? They don't have to feel this way. If we as a country could learn to accept people for who they are, no one would have to feel so rejected, unloved, unimportant, and useless. People can be loved by their families, joined with their churches, and accepted by society. We need to be happy for the gay community, happy for them that they know who they are and who they love, even if it is the same sex. Homosexuals are human beings, people just like everyone else, and don't need to be treated any differently. So remember to wear rainbows, because gay is okay. Thank you.